the following presentation of the National Football League.
Just about set for football now at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here comes the Seattle offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by the number 3 overall pick back in the 2018 draft. Out of USC, it's Sam Darnold.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
Throwing to open it up is Darnold. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
On second down, it's Darnold. The reception for Rashid Shaheed. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Third and short yardage, and here's Darnold. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Seattle.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
The throw on the run is complete, and he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. 11 yards for number 11, and a first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 37-yard line.
They'll stick with him again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They get 15 on that game. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
And the Seahawks.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Throwing on first and 10 is Darnold. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Throwing on second down. Darnold. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he will have the Seahawks first down. Able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
By Jordan Davis. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Eagles' 4-yard line.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he will score! Cooper Kupp, touchdown Seahawks. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks 7, Eagles nothing.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Philadelphia offense set to take over for the first time. They're led out by the MVP of Super Bowl 59 at quarterback, Jalen Hurts.
Every team stresses it all week in practice, Mike, as they're building their scripts and they're delivering their team message. You want to start fast in the NFL. Playing from behind is a nightmare. You can't come out flat and allow the opposing team to strike first. They understand the importance. This opening drive, they feel really good about the plays they have tabled. They really feel good about the week of practice they had. Now all that has to come together, start fast, and then see if you can sustain it for 4 quarters. He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. That's complete. Tight end got it. It'll be a pickup of 10. Good for an Eagles first down.
That's good for an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If that was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with it.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
39-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
A second down throw for Hurts. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On third down, here's Hurts. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Looked like an issue there with the snap. Everything has to be right from this far away. But the kick is no good. And they are not able to draw closer. That's the danger. They try to sell out and block it. Instead, get the roughing call, and it results in a first down. Brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. Again, Hurts. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with first and goal.
That's another Eagles first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slops.
Brings up second and goal at the 6-yard line.
They need 6 for the touchdown. Second and goal. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. The second down throw is incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
Third and goal for Hurts. Good blocking, and he's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Eagles come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Seahawks offense ready to get going with their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. They'll begin here on the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Darnold to throw on second down. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Sam Darnold sacked. A loss of 13 yards. And it's third down.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter. Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. As we are ready to get back underway. It's complete. He's got Cup. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
That's good.
And how about that? Third and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down.
Seahawks.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play. And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
Here's Darnold. Look wide. Get this one complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
To throw again is Darnold. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And this is going to work out for him. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Eagles offense about ready to get going on their second possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. And in motion is Brown. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He takes off. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Derek Hall there to bring him down.
23-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6. A run up the middle with Barkley. And he'll bring this to about the 25. Josh Jones brings him down.
25-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll try and get there on the ground. And they will finally run him down up near midfield.
It's a gain of
25 yards, the pickup there. 1st down, Philadelphia.
First down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
He'll get that out to Barkley. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
A gain of 4 yards.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
That's Goddard in motion. Here's a handoff to Barkley. Good running inside the 25. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 29.
It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space, and man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. And he's in! Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14. Seahawks 7. Jake Elliott to kick
So
off
following
for
the score,
Philadelphia.
here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Shaheed now to return it. Whoa! Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
The Seahawks take over.
The Seahawks offense ready for this next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Now flags fly. Looked like someone got going early, and it's going to turn into 1st and 15. Now this looks like a design run, and he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. In motion is Barner. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Gonna lose a yard.
I think a little bit of what's happened here, Mike, is this offense is having some trouble matching the level of physicality of the defense. So physically, they're getting beat at the point of attack, and I think these last 2 plays are a great example why.
From the gun on 3rd down is Locke. Got it with Smith in Jigsborough. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
21 yards.
That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Off the bootleg. Here's Darnold. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Third and 7. Darnold to the air once more. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force the 4th down.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down? It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. A pass. Caught by Saquon. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
10 yards.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. To throw, Hurts. Firing right side, brought in by Brown. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That is hard. And he will score. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles will take a 21-7 lead.
Seahawks 7.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Shaheed now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Start on the ground, and he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Jordan Davis, the man in the middle, brings it to an end.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. His pass taken in by Shaheed. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd. As the clock stops, 50 seconds to play until halftime.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
To throw is Darnold. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Here's Darnold again. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. And it's going to be 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Eagles offense and Hollywood Brown ready for their next possession. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
That's good for an Eagles first down.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Bigsby to return it. Yeah! He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
At the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. On the ground, this is Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
That one caught by Smith. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives them a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Good hustle hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
A second down throw for Hurts. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
And 11.
And I think when you look back on the first half, this was an element of the defense that really was missing. There was a lot of open windows, a ton of green grass for the receivers to make uncontested catches. So nice change of pace here. Continue to force the issue and make these guys earn the catch.
He's going to air this one out. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
The Seahawks offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. As they try to run it here. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be brought down past the 30. That is good enough to move the chains. First down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
It is 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Shaheed with the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
It's a gain of
They get 21 on that one. First down, Seattle.
First down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Darnold. There's a short one taken in by Barner. And he'll get about 3 here on second down before he's out of bounds.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Going for it all. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 32 yards.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
To throw on first down is Darnold. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Darnold to throw again. He'll step up and run this. And he's in! Sam Darnold. Touchdown, Seattle. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Myers now to add the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks draw closer here. It's 21-14.
Seahawks 14.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Bigsby to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Hurts. Oh, he's got a man. His tight end, Goddard. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. So, a big one there to start the drive. 31 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
I love these crossing routes, Mike. Not only do they put so much stress into the deep layers of the defense, but they really allow the wide receivers to run with the ball after the catch. We just saw a great example why, and it led to a huge chunk play.
They'll run it here with Saquon. Whoa! And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. Good for an Eagles first down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Quick throw on the RPO to Goddard. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
No gain on the play.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence gets up for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Man in motion is Smith. 3rd and long for Hurts. He'll try to run for it. And he'll be taken down short of the 1st down. It is a gain of 8, but it leads to 4th down. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. On 4th down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. This about as short as you can get. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles going to extend their lead. It's now 24-14.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. Shaheed now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Darnold now on 1st and 10. Connects with Puck on the slant. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's another Seahawks.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down. Here's a designed run. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight. But nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And he will get into the end zone. Cooper Kupp, touchdown Seahawks. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks cut the lead to 3, 24 21. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. They've cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Bigsby to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super concerned. Just handoff right, handoff left. And it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Byron Murphy in there for a loss of 5 on the sack, and now it's 3rd down.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now it's Hurts. He tries to get that one down the field, but it is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and that'll set up 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
To return, it's Shaheed. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Darnold to throw on 2nd down. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
On the return, it's Covey. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
That's good.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Once again, it's Barkley. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Playing close quickly. And here comes 3rd down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
3rd and short. And Hurts will throw. He's going to be out of bounds, but he will have enough to pick up a first down.
And at this stage of the game, every first down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 3. Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. Finding room to the 20. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Tank Bigsby. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Elliott on now for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Eagles will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Seahawks 21.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Shaheed now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to take over once again. They'll start out first down and 10. On play action, here's Darnold. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Jonathan Grenard getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Now, Darnold. Quick throw, taken in. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Throwing on third down is Darnold. Take a shot. Downfield, looking for Cup. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Really nice job there of not only tracking the ball, but then putting yourself in position to make the play, and that's step 1. I promise you step 2 on that sideline. His secondary coach is saying, hey, next time you can get your hand on the ball, let's try to come away with that takeaway.
Got a man at corner, the tight end. And he will have the Seahawks first down. As this defense too loose there. Gain of 19 on 4th down.
It's a gain of 20.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make it
into space? And he will score! Game on! Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Now the point after drop from Myers. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Here is Shipley on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Eagles offense and Hollywood Brown ready for their next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. A first down throw for Hurts. That's complete to Smith.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Now Jalen Hurts on second down. Now quick throw taken in by Brown. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with a 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. The backfield empty here for 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there. They get an even 20 on that one. First down, Philadelphia.
It's a gain of 20.
The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. I'll run up the middle with Barkley. Yeah, that's a nice job. Something out of nothing. Sidestepping defenders for a gain of 4. And 3rd and final timeout taken by the defense. So the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left. From the 43, here's 2nd down and 5. Now Barkley. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for an Eagles first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. On the handoff, this is Barkley. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Just 1 second, all that remains in the football game as the kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. One final play. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win here for the Eagles. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.